Good morning and welcome to our What's New on Everlaw June training. We're excited to walk you through some powerful new features and improvements in the platform. My name is Alyssa McIntyre, and I'm a user education specialist here at Everlaw. I'm also joined by my colleague Aubrey Patrick. I'll be leading today's training, and Aubrey will be answering any questions that you drop into the Q&A chat. Today, I'm going to cover the newest features on Everlaw, followed by some helpful updates, and then I'll wrap up with some new training resources. And then, if there's time after that, I'll address any questions from the chat that might need further explanation. Today, we'll cover a major redesign of our legal holds interface that will make it more intuitive to manage your cases. We'll also show you a brand new security feature for restricting access to those sensitive matters. Then, we'll highlight some fantastic improvements to quick review, persistent highlights, and more. So let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to start with the biggest updates in this release, which are both related to legal holds. We've completely overhauled the workflow for creating and organizing legal holds to better align with how legal cases actually develop. The old process had you create a specific hold notice or data preservation first, but we've flipped that around. Now the workflow is matter centric. You'll start by creating a matter, which acts as a container for all the custodians and legal holds related to a single case. This makes it much easier to see everything related to a case in one central place. Once you're ready to start discovery, you can simply promote that matter into a full Everlaw database. Let's take a look at this on platform. Okay, so from the Everlaw homepage, I'll navigate to the org homepage, and then I'll go ahead and click into legal holds. Right away, you can see that the databases and matters are more clearly labeled, but the biggest change is this button here. Instead of the old new button to create a hold, you'll now see a new matter button. Let's go ahead and click this. This opens a simple wizard. On the settings step, you'll give the matter a name and a time zone. Next, you can fill out any custom fields your organization uses. We have a couple of custom fields here, so I'll go ahead and set this. And then this permission step is a major new feature that we'll cover in more detail next. For now, you can see that it lets you control which admins can even see this matter. And then finally, you can optionally add any notes for context. After you've defined the matter, you'll be prompted to add your custodians. This custodian first approach helps you keep track of everyone involved in the matter from the very beginning. Once the matter is created, you're taken to this new matters details page. This is your new command center, and it has three tabs: legal holds, custodians, and notes. From here, creating a hold is easy. Just click the New button in the top right, and then select whether you want to create a hold notice, a data preservation, or an external data preservation. All of the custodians you've already added to the matter are right here, and they're ready to be included in the hold. Tied directly to our new matters workflow is a critical new security feature. For highly sensitive investigations, you can now restrict access to a legal hold matter, ensuring only designated administrators can view or interact with it. If an admin isn't granted permissions, then the matter won't even appear on their legal holds page. This works much like the disable org admin access settings for databases, but now for your legal holds. As we saw during the matter creation process, the permissions step includes a toggle to restrict matter permissions. This is enabled by default for all new matters. It automatically grants access to all current organization admins, but you can easily revoke access by clicking the X next to a user's name. Legal hold organization admins are not given access by default and must be added manually. Let's take a closer look. If you need to change these permissions on an existing matter, just navigate back to the matter's details page that we see here, and then click the three dots menu and select Manage Matter Permissions. This opens the same dialog where you can then add or remove users as needed. Next, we've made the quick review window in the results table even more powerful. Previously, to see a document's metadata, you had to open it in the full review window. Now, we've added a new display settings gear icon to the quick review window. Clicking into this allows you to toggle the display of ratings and codes, the transcript for media files, and now metadata. Let's take a look at our results table to see this in action. When I open Quick Review for this document, we can see the gear icon here. And when I click into this, I'll see that I have all of these different options toggled on, including metadata. So now I'm able to view my metadata fields in Quick Review without ever having to leave the screen. So this is a huge time saver during review. You can also use your keyboard shortcut M to toggle it on and off. So next, let's talk about some updated features. Here's a great update for reviewers. Previously, a term could only exist in a single persistent highlight category. This was limiting if a word like destroy was relevant to multiple issues in your case, but we've removed this restriction. You can now add the same search term to multiple persistent highlight categories. This allows you to evaluate terms within different contexts. For example, the term destroy can now appear in both your misconduct and your concealment category. We have a few more quality of life updates that I'll run through quickly. The first is related to user activity tracking. Project admins now have more transparency. The user activity page now logs when a user is added to or removed from a project. The next is higher Slack upload limits. We have increased the limit for Slack uploads through a cloud connection to 300,000 messages per channel within a 24-hour period. And then finally, we have an update for Google Vault for GovCloud users. So users on our GovCloud databases can now connect directly to Google Vault to upload native data. Next, let's talk about some visual improvements. You'll notice some small visual tweaks on the uploads page. For file transfer cards, the uploader's initials have moved to the top of the card, and the green checkmark for completion has been removed. Similarly, for processing job cards, the completion checkmark is gone, and we've added the uploader's initials to the card. And finally, to help you get the most out of the platform, I want to share a couple of new resources with you. The first is a new quick start video on our store translation feature. If you need to review documents in a different language, Everlaw AI can batch translate them for you. This video shows you how to store these translations, which allows you to search across the translated text and even export it. We also have a new document analytics guide. This is a great resource that helps provide a high level overview of our document analytics tools to help you get started. Okay, that's everything I have to share with you for this month's release. I hope you find these new features useful, and if there are any last-minute questions, please add those to the Q&A now. Thank you so much for attending, and we hope to see you at our next What's New on Everlaw training.